Hi guys, welcome back to Thrive with the Bomides. And if you're new here, I am Felix.
And I'm Olanike.
And it's so good to have you join us.
Yes.
Thank you for staying tuned to our channel. And thank you for watching our previous videos.
Thank you.
And on today's episode, we'll be talking about a topic that we promised our audience in our first video, which is simply about our love journey.
Yeah, that's right. So talking about how we met in details, how the journey so far has been,
Absolutely.
the challenges along the way, each obstacle we faced, how we've kind of interacted with it and all of that. So, and then where we are today, our achievement and all of that.
Yes, that's absolutely right. So, we're not going to be able to cover this video in probably one video session, and it is going to be in 4 parts. What we've tried to do is to make it really, really enticing, really, really sweet and lovely, really, really romantic for our audience to join us and enjoy this video with us. And so, if you like our videos, please hit the subscription button and put on your notification, and also please like and share our videos so your loved ones can stay tuned to our channel and also enjoy what we do on this channel. Now, back to the topic. Before we dive straight into that, which is the part 1 of our love journey, get a cup of coffee, just like we've got here ourselves, you know, tea or coffee or water, whatever you've got. Grab your popcorn and let's dive straight into it.
That's right. To start with, how we met.
Indeed.
What we will come up with. So in our previous video, we kind of discussed a little bit of how we met, but we didn't go in depth on how we met.
Yeah.
So now talking about how we met. So I'm gonna say my version of how we met, and then you're gonna like corroborate the story or had something I've forgotten.
Indeed.
So we met through a non-governmental organization, like I said in the previous video. So talking about being in a WhatsApp group, we're having like a program to plan. I think it involved like getting a physical program, seeing ourselves physically, bringing nurses together to kind of plan the program. So we were just on the group chatting, and myself, everybody that knows me, I'm a quiet, shy person. Really. So I was just like a silent member at first. So I was just seeing this person, people interacting in the group. Okay, let's do this, let's do this. Okay, I was just observing. That's my character, that's my nature. I was just observing, and then it came to a point we needed to nominate someone. People actually for leadership positions. So the members are supposed to nominate someone, and then we kind of want to. I think we were going to vote on whoever we nominated on. So I did nominate. So I think I chatted you first to say, oh, I'm going to nominate you. Oh, no, I nominated him. Then he chatted me up to say, oh, you nominated me because we posted on the group. And I was just like, yes, I did. So then we got talking from then. He was asking me. At the time, I just enrolled for my specialty program in mental health and psychiatry in Aro, Abeokuta, Ogun State, Nigeria then. So he was chatting me up of saying, okay, how are you? Where are you now? What are you doing? So we got to know each other. I think from there, do you have any experience? Was it the same thing that you have in your memory?
I think following up on what you said in terms of how we got to meet, yes, we met through a WhatsApp group. At that time, we were part of a non-governmental organization. And just so you know, my wife and I, we are nurses. She's a mental health nurse. I'm a general nurse. I specialize in ophthalmology nursing, but I'm into lecturing at the moment. So that's just who we are. Now, yes, we met through this WhatsApp group, and yes, you nominated me. And when you nominated me, I did private chat you actually, like you rightly said, and you know, we got talking from there. But like my usual self, I really love to know people. I like to get to know people, and so we talked a bit about your career in terms of where you were. So at that time, you've just recently enrolled for your psychiatry mental health specialty nursing program. Back in Abeokuta, Nigeria. So Abeokuta is a town in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Nigeria is quite a big country.
It is big, very big.
So
so that is just how we met.
Well, I think just for our audience to know, that was in early 2016, actually.
2015.
Was it 2015?
Because I finished my programming. Oh no.
No, it wasn't. It
was
wasn't
early
2015.
2016.
Yes,
That's
it was.
right.
It was actually early 2016. Yes, we met.
Yeah.
We met sometimes around March 2016.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And yeah, we got talking from there.
Yeah,
So it was
that's right.
it was 2016 because 2015 was when I completed, because I also did a specialty diploma in ophthalmic nursing.
Yeah.
As I completed that in 2015, November 2015, and then moved into my job as a staff nurse. And it was actually 2016 that we got to know each other, early 2016.
Yeah.
Precisely, I think between February and March 2016.
That's right. That's right. So, talking about my first impression of you. Okay.
Well.
Okay, go on.
God have mercy upon us.
Don't say what our audience is gonna make
Well,
it look like.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat you because I promise you all the gist.
Oh
right?
dear.
So I'm gonna
Oh,
put it.
dear,
so you're
dear,
gonna say
dear.
picture evidence. So
Nice.
just in case you're saying
Oh,
another thing,
dear, dear,
you're
dear.
gonna say
Okay.
picture evidence.
Okay, then.
So my first impression from the group, I'm like, who is this person?
Yeah, boy.
He's always talking. He's always out there. I like it in a way, but do you have to talk so much?
Damn!
Then looking now, the first impression, I won't say it's totally wrong, but at the same time, the other side would be that in person is not as chatty
Yeah.
as on social media
Yeah.
or like it's not
Yeah.
as chatty in person.
Yeah.
So I would say that. But now it's become so chatty. I don't know. So, but at that time, because when we met physically, it wasn't as chatty as it was in the group.
Well, change is the only constant thing in life, isn't it?
Of course. It's a good change.
Growth is important.
It's a good change.
know.
I think it reflected on me too. I'm still a very quiet person, but I think I'm coming out now. I'm trying to like match his vibe in a way, you know. So so what's your first impression of me?
Come on, baby, let's have it.
Well, the first impression I had about you was obviously like we did say, we met through this WhatsApp group, and considering my kind of personality, you know, I'm quite choleric, and so I really love to meet people, and so it was just, you know, getting to know who's this quiet, you know, chilled person in the group, which is completely opposite my person, you know. So that was the first impression I had. I felt, okay, this quiet person, you know, it would be nice to...
Was it completely off, or is just like myself?
No, not really. Off. I wouldn't say off, to be honest. I think that first impression, because I just liked the fact that first you nominated me and we got talking from there. So the first impression was cool.
Okay.
Just like what others find. I believe. For me, I think it was just cool. It was just, okay, let me just private chat you, just like I would normally do in terms of relating with other people. So yeah, so that was, in terms of the first impression, I think it was...
So, we've never had this conversation before.
No, we haven't.
So, I know you said you were chatting, like, it's your personality, chatting people up from the group and all of that. So, what piqued your interest?
Well, the first thing that piqued my interest was the fact that you nominated me.
Okay.
So, because of that nomination, I had to sort of chat you up to say, you know, just to get to know you, really. Okay. Because obviously it would be nice to at least know you, to get to know you and all those kind of stuff. So that was pretty much it, really. Okay.
So after the WhatsApp chatting and all of that, so we decided to kind of meet physically.
Yeah.
That would probably be around April, I believe.
Yes, so we met April 2016, that's right, yes.
Physically. So we did kind of... It's a funny story I'm going to share, and I don't care how he looks at me. So, and I have pictures. So, I think you were asking, you know, as the man in the relationship, most people will say, okay, I have somewhere you need to go. Till date, I do all the planning. It just shows up. I do all the planning.
Are you not embarrassed?
Well, I don't think I'm the only one left in that situation.
I don't know, but I'm just saying my own, because at that time, like, you know, meeting someone for the first time, then the person saying, okay, let's go out. Then I'm like, okay, where should we go? And it was like, oh, tell me, where do you want to go? I'm like, Just plan something,
Well,
just do something.
well.
Anyways, I did say, okay, there's Olumorok. This is like a mountain in southern part of Nigeria, Abeokuta to be precise.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I've been there before, but I've not been there with probably.
So sorry to cut it short. So Olumorok, Olumorock, is like a popular place where people can go. So if you're not within Nigeria, it's actually a very nice place to visit, actually. So if you're looking to spend your holiday to explore some parts of Nigeria, it's actually a very, very nice place. It's located in Abeokuta, Nigeria, which is also in the southwestern part of Nigeria. Just put it on Google. It's going to show you how it is.
Yeah, so it's an historical place where people visit. So it's like rocks. I believe in the olden days, it was like a protection place or a shield.
Probably a place of shield or something.
Yeah, for people that were living there. So when there was war at that time, so people hid their families themselves. I think soldiers hid themselves there. Yeah. Just so the war doesn't get to them. So anyways, and it's still standing. Yeah. That's Olumorok.
That's Olumorok for you.
We did plan to go to Olumorok. Yeah. So on this day, it came probably from Lagos.
Yes, so I was staying in Lagos, which is also in southwestern part of Nigeria.
Yes. So it came from Lagos, and then I was Abeokuta because I was doing my specialty course in Abeokuta. So we did go there. I'm gonna post a picture, put a picture for you to see how we looked at that time. That was in 2016. Yeah. So on seeing this person for the first time, I was flabbergasted.
Don't say flabbergasted. Come on, I was good looking at that time.
Yeah, not that you were not good looking.
Probably
before that time, of course, we've
probably
the
cause you wanted to say is the clothes I wore.
That's what. I'm just getting there. So I've seen these pictures. We've exchanged pictures. Obviously, I know how it looked like before that time. Yeah. But for some reason, the pictures were, of course, like I'm just going out or I'm at home. We've done video calls and all of that. Yeah. But seeing someone that you're going on the first date with. And if you see the attire that I was putting on, so it was wearing...
The attire
was really good.
Nika, it wasn't that bad.
The attire was really good, but not appropriate for that occasion. And that is to tell you that he's a proper Ekiti man. Right? So, looking at the way he's dressing now, you will see how my impact... is reflecting on him.
Well, I won't take that from her. So
well, he's always arguing that, but that's just the truth. That's just the truth. Okay. So moving on, I was like, okay. Not that. I just felt a bit okay. Yeah. So we did go on the date. It was good. The date was good. We did climb on the rock. I think we had lunch afterwards.
Yeah, so in terms of the dates, like you did say, the attire wasn't the best. Reflecting on it now, 9 years ago, I probably... But anyways, that was the younger version of me. Yeah. And kudos to my wife. She's worked on those little transformations as to dressings and stuff. So thank you very much for that. And so as a man, you've got to really appreciate your wife because... gratitude is a key element of promoting your marriage and just bringing the sweetness back in your relationship or your union. Now, in terms of the date in itself, I think we got to the top of the mountain. It's really so mountaineering is not our thing, to be honest.
It's not. It's still not. It's still not our thing.
So those who enjoy mountain climbing, kudos to you. Kudos to you. We love you. But I think at that time, it wasn't really our thing. We got to the top of the mountain. It was cool. We met different people, different personalities, different individuals. It was really nice, actually. Really, really sweet and lovely. And we had lunch. Yeah. Yeah. So we came down from the mountain.
I think there was a cafe. Then I don't know if it's still there now. There was a cafe that was open
there was a small, like a mini cafe there where we had lunch and we enjoyed it.
Then we chatted away really about at that point it was still getting to know you face. So like, oh, how are you doing? How was work? All of that. Okay. So leaving that was the first date. So talking about like challenges and obstacles we faced in the beginning.
Okay. Do you want me to go for that?
Yeah, go first.
Okay. Well, I think the first challenge was the fact that having to merge our two personalities together, we're completely opposite each other.
Yeah.
In terms of, I was outspoken. I wanted to be involved in bits and bobs. You were very much reserved. You were the quiet
Still
type
reserved.
and all that. And so the challenge was having to sort of, make me into your kind of person and me making you into my kind of person.
Yes.
And I think this challenge is still very much common nowadays.
Yes.
Two people from different family background, different cultural background, two different individuals, wanting to date each other, and they are both trying to change each other. I'm not sure changing each other is the best thing to do, because
it's like blending into each other. That's why I would call it blending. Because I know from time I've picked some of his traits unknowingly, and he's picked mine. So I think it would be blending, trying to kind of, what do we call it? Blend.
Probably supplement each other. Maybe if we could use that word.
Complement each other.
Supplement or complement or something like that.
Just to get into each other. The person that has a stronger part of the personality, bring it a little bit down. The other person just meeting at the common place, I think. Yeah. So for me, at the beginning, the challenges and obstacles, I think it wasn't really a challenge. It was because I was in school, we had like different... we're in different geographical location. It wasn't far apart, but getting to, at that time I was in school, tight schedule. So getting to see each other more often. But it was really good with communicating. It was really good. And then I was out of a relationship that was really poor with communication. So it was that good, that persistent with communication, that I was like, this is too good to be true, because it was just always like, oh, what have you eaten? When are you going for your class? Things like that, which I really appreciated, because coming from where I was coming from at that time, it kind of improved my self-worth. Like it kind of brought me up a little bit, improved my mood and my kind of personality, self-worth and all of that. So that was, but it was really good with the communication. It was always there. So it was, I didn't see it as an obstacle, the geographical location, because we really talked. And within few weeks that we met, we talked about so much. It was like we've been dating for years. We had so much. We talked about, we're so in-depth with each other. And it was just reflecting on the fact that we're celebrating little wins. Like, say, oh, we met 1 month ago. And I was like, it's like, I know everything about you already. It wasn't just 1 month. So it was really good with that. So I think that would be the obstacle. And it wasn't really obstacle. That would be what I felt was challenging at the time. Yes.
Yeah. Just to add to that, communication is really key. And if you're in a relationship, you're a parent, or you're just an individual trying to date, or you're dating, or you've got a partner stuff, one of the challenges we've noticed that oftentimes happens in a relationship is lack of communication. So please, let's learn to communicate. It can be difficult at the initial stage, but just like my wife had rightly said, we've got to try and blend with each other or with one another. And let's communicate. Let's just, rather than bottling things up, showing, oftentimes I think verbal communication works best as well.
Yes.
In terms of having to communicate with each other. So continue on that story.
Yeah. So I would say, Felix, what made you realize that the relationship was a special one and was worth pursuing? Okay. You go first. I'll say my side. Yeah. Okay.
Well, before I answer that, if you've been enjoying our video so far, please hit the subscription button. Put on your notification bell for part 2 of this video, and also like, share with your loved ones so they can enjoy our videos. It promises to be insightful, informative, and all we do on this channel basically is to talk about parenting, about mental health, about family health,
emotional
well-being, and basically just helping individuals to have LD work life, or LD life balance, if I could use that word.
Yeah.
Because we're just all about helping ourselves as a community, and not just us. So please, if you've got ideas to also support us, put it in the comment or send us an email, and we will gladly read it and reply back to you.
Yes.
Now, back to your question as to what made me decide that the relationship is worth it. To be honest, I think at the initial stage, I had no clue. So if I'm sitting here and saying I had a clue as to probably early 2016 or the first few months where we met, it was just about friendship at that time. It was more like, well, she's my friend. We got talking. We talk about different bits and bobs, like she rightly said. But along the line, I just got to know that this is somebody who knows literally everything about my life. We really, really got talking. That it was. It looked
was
as if,
so intense, intense talk. The conversation I've never had with anyone.
Yeah.
And I was just like, well, we met 2 months ago. You already know everything about me.
That's right.
It was that deep.
So what made me to decide? I think it was just the fact that I liked the friendship. I enjoyed the friendship, and then the love started building up. You know, the love started from the friendships, from the communication, from exchange of ideas and stuff. And I knew then that. I sort of understood your love language as well. So I was just, paying attention to that, basically, just eating that on the head, eating that
on the head.
To be honest, I think that's what made, it was that friendship that later grew into love and stuff. So you answered.
Well, for me, what like made me think that was a special thing. I would say one, the persistency. It was so persistent. It was like very caring, always interested in my life then, and always interested in seeing me grow. So at the time, I was doing my specialty course, but it was like, okay, would you like to do something? Would you like to do something else? Are you interested in this one? What is your future plan? Like we're planning far ahead. Okay, what is your 5-year goal? And I was just like, well, I like to think I'm an ambitious person, but then having someone that drives you would really be good for you. So I felt like, okay, this person is someone that can drive me, that can push me to be the better version of myself. So at that time, it was like, okay, what do you see yourself in 2 years? What do you want to do after? Is there something else you want to do? So at the point, I was doing my specialty, and then we had a conversation of, do you want to get a job? I have some links. And I was just like, wow. Like, it was just all over, it was just there. So when I think at one point I had some issues with school and all of that, it was like, don't worry, this is how to go about it too. So at that time, the friendship was really strong. And I saw like, okay, this is a person is not just interested in the love part of us. He's interested in me as a person, in my career, in my growth, and seeing me thrive. So it was just like me feeling like, okay, this is a person I can build a future with. This is a person that will be good for myself, because I'm an ambitious person, but sometimes I drive myself back a little bit. I like to overthink things. Sometimes I like to overthink things, look at the other side, but it was just saying, do it. If you have the plan to do it, just go for it. So it was something that was driving. I was like, okay, this person complements my kind of weakness, and is someone I would like to see. So that was the deciding point for me to say, okay, this is what. They're smiling. This is what pursuing. So that was it. We've never had this conversation,
no, we
really.
Haven't.
So that's why he's smiling. So that was like a deciding point for me, and I was just like, okay, this is someone I want in my life. Really.
Well, I think, thank you for that, because like she did say, we haven't really sat down to have this kind of conversation, but I think just like any relationship out there, it must be value driven, whatever, marital, friendship, formal work relationship, whatever, it's got to be value driven as well. So anyways.
So to end this video, we're gonna tell you, audience, to let us know how you met your partner.
That's right.
Your loved ones. Just to share out your own experience, how you met, the challenges. That would really love to.
That would be really nice.
Having this conversation is just interesting. It's making me smile and blush, because we've never had it. So it would be good to see other people like reflecting on it. It's kind of good for the relationship, also seeing where we are coming from. So please share in the comment section how you met your loved ones. We'd love to read it, to kind of reflect the period. Well, and it's a period of reflecting, really, and seeing how things go from there.
Exactly. So just like my wife had rightly said, if you please feel free to let us know about your love journey, how you met your partner, if you're dating, how you guys met, if you're looking to date, what your desires are really.
Yeah.
We just want to get to know one another. This is not just a video channel for ourselves. It's basically us and you guys out there, our audience, and more or less building that community together. And so, before we end this first part of our love journey of how we met, we are really delighted that you've stayed tuned to our video. And so, part 2 is going to be really, really sweet.
Yes.
We'll be talking about different bits in part 2. One of those things will probably be as to our first job, and I'm going to say a few bits and bobs about that.
Yeah, and also visiting him at his place for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. That is like a whole part on its own.
Exactly.
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, stay tuned for part 2. We love you. And if you're going through any moment, any challenges, know that tough times never last, but tough people do. We love you. I will see you on our next episode. Bye.